Hey everyone, in this video we will be discussing some time-saving techniques when multiplying real numbers. Alright, and now this obviously goes with the dividing real numbers as well, because as we saw that we're just going to be multiplying by the reciprocal, and so the division problems really turn into multiplication problems. Alright, but let's take a look and see what I mean. So let's say we have 1/2 times 2/3. All right. Now we could extend our fractions, make one long fraction, and do 1 times 2 and 2 times 3. And we could get 2/6, but then we see that both are even numbers and we'll have to simplify. All right. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times, and so that we see that our answer is going to be 1/3. All right, but there's a quicker way to do this. All right, now if you notice, there's a 2 in the numerator over here, there's a 2 in the denominator over here, and in our process of simplifying and multiplying, in this second step right here in the middle, we see that we join the numerators, we join the denominators. All right, so if we're joining each of the numbers in the top and the bottom, isn't this allowed as well? Like, aren't these equivalent? 1 times 2, 2 times 1, 2 times 3, 3 times 2. Do you see, like, we can change the order, we can move things around. Also, what's equivalent to this? Well, 1 times 2 and 3 times 2, right? Because once again, we're just switching the order of the numerator. And because we're multiplying in the numerator, that's okay, it's allowed. And remember, well, before we joined the fraction, the two fractions into one large fraction, they came from two individual fractions. So wouldn't you agree that this can also be equal to this? And now what's a number divided by itself? This is equal to 1. 1/3 times 1 equals 1/3. Now, you might think, okay, Anthony, that's a lot longer process. I was just showing you why this makes sense, why we're allowed to do this. All right, so let's take a look at this example again. And what you're allowed to do is, it was originally 1/2 times 2/3. What you're originally allowed to do is you can look and you can say, oh, okay, I know that if I switch the order in the numerator, 2/2 is going to equal to 1. I see this 2 and I see this 2. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. And now we have 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. And you can just jump right to the answer. All right, well, let's do a couple more so you get the hang of this. Let's say we have 2/7 times 14/5. All right. Now, let's take a look and we see, well, 2/7, we can't simplify this. 14/5, we can't simplify this. Let's see, okay, if we were to switch the numerators and switch the denominators, would any of those simplify? 2 divided by 5, that doesn't simplify. 2 doesn't go into 5, and vice versa. 5 doesn't go into 2. But 7 goes into 14 2 times. So we can divide both the 7 and the 14 by 7. And now we see 2 times 2 is 4. As we go across, 1 times 5 is 5. And we end up at our answer. All right, let's do a couple more. This will be example 3. This was example 2. Okay, let's say we have negative 6/5 times, let's see, 1/36. All right. Now, we see a negative times a positive. We know that our answer is going to be a negative. All right, so we don't need to worry about this negative anymore. We've already taken care of it, and we put it in our final answer. So 6/1 is 6 times 1, 5 times 36. That's a large number. Let's see if we can simplify any of this first. Well, 6 doesn't go into 5 and vice versa. 1 and 36 don't go into each other. 1 doesn't go into 5 and vice versa, but 6 goes into 36 6 times. So we're going to divide top and bottom by 6. All right, and now that we've done that, we can just multiply across. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. 5 times 6 is equal to 30. A lot quicker, a lot neater. No use for calculator. More mental math. All right, let's do one more. All right, we're going to extend this first example just slightly. Let's say we have 5 times 4/5 times 3/4 times 2/3 times 1/2. All right, it looks challenging. It looks like it's a lot, but we're just going to go one at a time. Now, and you know what? Let's add 1 negative here, and let's add 1 negative here. All right, so first let's see what our final answer should be, whether it should be a positive or negative. Positive times positive, and we're just going to keep track mentally along the way. So this is a positive, and then if we have a positive times a negative, now we're going to be at a negative. So this is negative. Negative times positive is negative. Negative times negative is a positive. So our answer will be positive in the very end. We're going to hold on to that. All right, now let's do some simplifying. Rather than going 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. All right, let's see going across if any of these simplify. All right, 5 goes into 5. 4 goes into 4. 3 goes into 3. 2 goes into 2. And then we're left with just 1. Look at that. Our answer is just positive 1. Everything simplifies. All right, pretty cool. All right, so I hope this little shortcut helps, and it's able to save you some time, and that more so that it makes sense. So.